Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717 here. I'm back with another reading. I'm going to dive right into a collective message for whoever finds this. There could be something in the title that's captured your attention, and I do want to send a message to you because I do feel like the main message that I am getting from the romance angels is that your love life is improving. Okay, so many of you need to know that. You can smile from ear to ear, but that's just it. I feel like there could be some of you in the collective who may be experiencing a very nervous energy about letting new love in. Now, what's manifesting for many of you is everything that you desire, but because it's manifesting so quickly and so instantly, it's making you feel afraid to take that next step forward. So I do feel like for many of you, you're lovable. You want to be courted and romanced by someone new who's entered your life. Look at that. We have right at the top of the deck, new love. So someone has stirred your romantic feelings, but I feel like at the same time, it's making you very nervous. Maybe you have not experienced new love in a very long time. I know that outside of these intense connections, especially on the twin flame journey, for some of you, it could be difficult to see love outside of some of the karmic situations you've been in, your divine counterpart. As outside of that, many of you have actually not taken that step to explore some of the feelings that you've been having, which is the need to connect. And I feel like the universe is surprising you and letting you know that this just may be part of your journey. I feel like many of you may not be actively in search of new love, but just because of the sheer earth angel and the nature that you have, it's manifesting in that way. Many of you might just feel like you're looking for something lighthearted, but it's manifesting as just courtship. Someone wants to court you. Someone wants to come in and be everything all at once. So again, I feel like a very nervous energy coming from you. So let's go ahead and just see what messages want to come through in terms of just new love entering your life. Again, some of you could be feeling very anxious about this and you may just need some clarity. Okay, so what do you need to know about these experiences that are happening for you now? Okay, I feel like these are way too many, so I'm going to take what's at the very top and what's at the bottom. Okay, so what do you need to know about new love coming in? Okay, so healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So that's very interesting. I feel like this message could resonate for some of you who maybe are parents. Okay, that's just the way that I am getting it. Maybe many of you are hesitating to let new love in because it's very difficult to see yourself outside of that role. I feel like I may be talking to some of my divine feminines out there who all you can do is really just visualize about new love. And I feel like in the past, many of you have used your busy schedules and maybe some of the routines that you've been in to avoid having these experiences. But I feel like the universe has been listening to your heart. Even if you don't say anything, the universe can penetrate your mind and it knows what you're thinking. It knows what you need. Okay, so I do feel like it is a gentle reminder that this new love that's coming in is it's in alignment with some of the thoughts that you've been having. Okay, so for some of you who have people coming in, they may want to meet with you, take you out on a date, spend time with you. What do you need to know about letting that in? What do you need to know about letting these new experiences in? Okay, so past life relationship, you've known each other before. Okay, so I feel like you won't know this right away, but it may just be that if you give this a chance, there could be a familiarity about this person that feels safe. But because you're right at that standstill, or you're at that point where you're not even willing to experience it, it's probably what's most likely causing that anxiety. And I feel like for many of you, you need to hear that it's okay, you're human, it's normal, and that you can do this, you can get over that hump that allows you to just have a new experience. I feel like many of you need to hear that you are safe, okay? Maybe that's why the universe could be sending someone towards you that feels very familiar. And I'm also hearing too, like with past life relationship, the universe knows your heart. The universe knows that many of you may have this anxious anxiety around connecting again with somebody new. But I feel like that's why they may be sending you that soulmate energy. Okay. And what I mean by that is, I feel like I'm getting the words fragile and very delicate. Okay. So some of you who may be in the Divine Feminine Collective, you could be very fragile, very delicate. And I feel like the universe is sending you someone who knows exactly how to handle your heart, your mannerisms, your your awkwardness. Maybe if many of you are feeling very hesitant about having this new experience, all of a sudden you're being sent someone who they have more patience than anything that you've ever imagined. You know, some of you may have, I feel like I'm getting the words pushed away. So I don't know if some of you are already having these kinds of encounters and you're pushing it away and you don't know if it's maybe the right thing to do, because then it kind of, the energy comes back to you and you know that, okay, there's something here that's maybe my issue. Okay. Because I feel like some of you could be convincing yourselves that you're not ready, but then it comes back to that same feeling of wanting this kind of bond or wanting this kind of closeness. And then whoever this new love is, they keep stirring romantic feelings within you. Okay. Oh, look at that, guys. We have it safe for you to love. Okay. Whoever this new love is, it is safe for you to love. It says, open your heart to receive, to give and receive, the highest energy of all. So some of you may need to hear that, you know, you've got to pour back in to this new love. And that's the thing that I'm getting, is that, you know, for some of you who have experienced karmic relationships and then you've experienced encounters with your divine masculine, for example, I really do feel like this new experience is coming in to show you that it's safe to experience love. Because I feel like what you have experienced in maybe the karmic connections and encounters with your divine masculine, it's shown you, I feel like it's shown many of you the energy that you end up receiving in return. You know, now that many of you have outgrown some of your karmic relationships and you're getting to that point now where you're even outgrowing the connection with your divine masculine, that is because they may still have some healing or some shifting to do to get back into alignment with you. The minute you move out of alignment with them and then your thoughts start vibrating at a different frequency, you have no choice but to attract that same frequency right back to you. So I feel like that's why many of you you're finding that now the new types of connections, the new love that's coming into your life, it feels very grounded. It feels very safe. And that is because you've shifted, you've healed. You're no longer either putting up with or chasing the types of connections that come from a trauma response, right? You're not attached to somebody that is pulling away from you. You know how sometimes when you get into relationships or encounters with karmics, or even your divine masculine will mirror this lesson to you, where if somebody pulls away or they ghost you or whatever the case is, it makes you like more attracted to them, or it makes you kind of latch onto them more. Because I feel like many of you have healed from that. You, like, if people detach or they pull back, you allow them and then you move in a different direction. So because I feel like many of you have healed from that chasing or running after, or it's like you're just more in your feminine energy, you're more in receiving, and that's why many of you are attracting suitors who literally want to soak up all of your feminine energy. Like, they really do want you to kick your feet up and take care of your every desire and your every need. And I feel like that's why many of you, going right back to the beginning of the reading, are hesitating on letting this experience in, because it's like, oh gosh, this is happening all too fast, all too quickly. So many of you are having problems trusting this new love that is stirring your romantic feelings, because I think for many of the divine feminines, because of all of the lessons that you've learned in either karmic situations or with your divine masculine, this soulmate love, this safety feels like it's too good to be true. Okay, because it's like you're expecting some kind of chaos. Okay, some kind of game, some kind, or otherwise it's not exciting, right? And that's why many of us can sometimes cling to the loops or the cycles with the divine masculine, or even karmic partners, or vice versa. That's why a lot of the divine masculines can't escape some of the karmic loops that they're in, because it's exciting, back and forth, you know, the jealousy, the drama, anything that comes from a trauma response. But because I feel like many of you who have really healed the tendency to get caught up in those cycles, you recognize the patterns and you've made a choice that you don't want it for yourself. You're attracting new love in the safest way possible. But because you've done it so quickly, you're hesitating on stepping in and trusting it. I feel like many of you may be wondering if it is just safer to continue this path of solitude, which, I feel like it's entirely up to you. Either way, you will be shown, from the universe, you'll be continued to be shown by the universe that it is safe to love. It is safe for many of you to go ahead and flirt and extend your lighthearted energies. Before I move on to what lessons you're learning, let me get one more card on it is safe to love. Okay, what does this new love want to bring into your life, Divine Feminine? I'm going to cut the deck in half. Retreat. They want to spoil you, okay? They want you to disconnect away from the world, maybe all of your worries, all of your stresses, whatever it is many of you are hesitating about when it comes to stepping into this new opportunity. I feel like whoever this is, they're going to be gentle with you. And they're going to help you disconnect from the world. And I feel like the energy that's coming from them, all they want to do is see you in person or get that opportunity to just connect with you on a soul level. And then I feel too like in the world that we live in, it's very easy to get caught up in the pattern of let's just text or let's just video chat. Let's just do everything at a distance. But I do feel like many of you are attracting new love that's pushing you out of that comfort zone, and it's letting you know or reminding you that touch is important. Eye contact is important. This new love wants to hold you. They want to look into your eyes. They want to, most of all, I feel like, romance you and just have you again sink into your divine feminine energy. That is really all they want you to do. I feel like for a lot of you, it's again coming in really, really quickly, and you're just like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that to manifest so quickly. Okay, what is the guidance from the universe when it comes to letting this in? What are you maybe fighting against? Just anything that may come up in terms of our light or dark energy. What do you need to know about letting this new love in? Oh my goodness. So we do have the masculine card here, okay? And this is why I feel like many of you are getting the opportunity to sink into your feminine energy, because I do feel like that is what you're attracting. The universe knows your heart. The universe knows what you think about. Divine Feminine, it is okay to want sex. It's okay to want passion. It's okay to want to be loved on and touched. But you want to do it in a way that feels safe with masculine energy. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I feel like many of you have really questioned, I feel a collective of divine feminine energy who, you've really tried to put yourself out there, but what you realize about yourself is that there needs to be connection when it comes to intimacy. And many of you have been hesitating because, it's like, how connected can you feel to someone, really before you exchange that intimacy? I feel like for some of you, it's a really kind of this dragged out process, this very slow process, but the universe is giving you that gentle nudge and that gentle push. I feel like there is this kind of masculine energy around you wanting to approach you, and I'm getting like a lot of heat through this reading, because I do feel like, okay, what I see, and it was funny because I was having this chat with a girlfriend of mine just the other day, and we were talking about just connection and new love and just certain experiences, and we were talking about, like, just as women in general, okay, how refreshing it is to really have a masculine energy that really takes control, because ideally that is their role. And so we were talking about intimacy, and she goes, the kind of man that when you're just like, no, I don't want to, and they just like give it to you. So this card here is really reminding me of that conversation with her, where I do feel like many of you are just like really shy and hesitant about letting this new experience in, but you're definitely dealing with somebody who is experienced, especially when it comes to you maybe shying away or, just kind of taking it slow. They're going to be patient, but at the same time, very determined and very adamant about getting you alone, okay? So I do feel like for some of you, you are about to have some grown woman experiences, get ready for it. You can't escape this new love that's coming through. I feel like many of you really do just want to dip and dodge it and stay in your little bubble and in your solitude. But again, with calling in your soulmate, the universe knows your heart, so it's going to match your desires. Okay, so I don't know who this was for. Pretty exciting. If you guys do want to dig deeper, don't forget I do have the membership section. I do have some more sensual readings there for the 18 plus crowd, and some more personalized readings as well for my own journey. And if you guys want to connect for a personal reading, find me over at HYPSEE. Okay, you can literally pick up the phone and call me now, which is totally awesome. I love that new feature. Or if you're a texter, you can definitely choose that as well. And yeah, we could dig deeper if you guys want to do a mini reading or just lean on someone for a quick chit chat. Okay, otherwise I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Okay, take care guys. Bye.